Okay, here we are at the next segment. The prints have dried by now. Now this is a mixture of pewter. This is pewter by Amsterdam. And I mixed it with some fluid matte medium. And this is a low gloss acrylic extender and primer. So I'm hoping that by mixing these two, I create something that's semi-transparent. And I'm just going to apply it with my brush. And these are my reusable stencils. Now my intention is to quiet down the busy colors of the first print. Let me just show you. Colors are very bright and there's a lot going on, and I want to tone it down. So I'm going to use the pewter. So let's see if this is going to work. Now I'm not going to introduce any more scribbles because the background is already very busy. And I'm hoping that this will kind of give another layer of interest. Now, so far these stencils have been holding up well. I have been using them for close to a year now, and they still haven't fallen apart. So I'm glad about that. It was a good move. Okay. So here is the print with the bright colors. I hope to tone it down a little bit with this pewter, transparent pewter color. Okay, let's see how we did. Okay, it does add another layer of interest. I think that's pretty cool. Let me see if I can pick up. It's going to be very subtle, very slight, but I think it will give some additional interest by introducing this slight iridescent color. Not too much. It's very, very subtle. But there's a very slight shine, which is okay. It's not too much. Let me try a second time. This time I will mix some unbleached titanium with this pewter. Let's see what happens. So these are experiments with varying degrees of transparency. Again, I'm using the heel of my brayer to make some lines. think I got them all. Sometimes it's very easy to forget when you're moving quickly, because I don't want this to dry on me. So here is the piece. Okay, this time I'm not going to let it sit too long. Pretty cool. This might need some collage. I'll wait for it to dry. Let's see if I can pick up this residue. Just a little bit, not too much. I'm going to do another experiment with just a matte medium without any paint. I'm going to see if I can pick up the remaining white paint. This is without adding any more paint. This will be like a clear coat. I haven't done this before using just the fluid matte medium. Okay. Now, since I'm going to try to pick up what's left over, I'm going to leave this on for about 15 minutes and take my chances. Okay, let's see how the fluid matte medium did. I think it did its job. I can tell when the print has transferred well. It is sticking to the plate. In this case, it's sticking a lot, so I have to be very careful. It does add, the white ghost print adds a lot of texture and interest. I think the result is very complex. Very cool. I like that a lot. You'll see more of this when I do the extreme close-ups later. So, okay. I think that does it for the ghost prints. I will allow these to dry completely, and then I will continue on to the last leg of this video. So don't go away. Okay, everybody, I'm here to recap now that these prints have dried. They feel very different when they're completely dry. They have a very nice smooth finish. They're not buckled anymore. And I think that's the advantage of using good paper. When you're using good paper, the rewards are several. So here is the first print, the one with the where I used the throwaway cardstock stencils. And as you can see, it's a bit busy, but I'm going to go a step further and add some collage elements here. Like a counterpoint to this busyness. Then here is my cheat sheet, which is all messed up, but with the advice of some of my viewers, I'm going to use these to introduce some spots of color. And like that. There. I'm going to go ahead and mount this with my Mod Podge. Now, I had another comment from a viewer who asked me why I use Mod Podge as opposed to this. Now, this is a very good product, but not just because it's less expensive. I like it because it works, and it's worked for me over and over and over again. So I'm going to keep using it. Okay, that is my first print, and I think it's the most colorful one. Let me just get the excess glue off. So that's collage number 1. Now here is the one using the burnt sienna, which I think has a very desert-like feel to it. I think it could use this on the upper right. Maybe this for a spot of color down here. So I'm taking advantage of the blank spaces to apply some graphic elements. Just making sure this lays flat. Okay. There. That is collage number 2. This one is one of my favorites. I think it needs a little spot of color. Let me just round this off. I think of these little pieces of collage as punctuation marks, like little breaks in a sentence. Report. Okay, that is the third one. This is especially interesting. Now this definitely could use some marks because it has these large plain areas. I think this looks better. Okay, this is, I think I lost count. Now this piece could use a black element here. It already has enough of this bright cadmium red. I get a lot of mileage from this tissue paper with my warm-up exercises. It already has the characteristic circle. In fact, the circle is almost like a trademark. Okay, it goes up here. And this goes in the center. Okay, that's it for this one. And I think this is the last one. This is my favorite piece because it's so complex. I think that does it for this piece. Now when the glue dries, it just disappears, and I'll be able to give you a more accurate recap. So I'm going to take a short break and wait for these guys to dry, and I will be right back. Okay, everybody, here's the final recap or summary of today's printing session. So here is the first print with the collage. This is the most colorful one, and I think the most complex one. Here's a close-up. Now I have been able to incorporate the cut up cheat sheets into collage elements, and I think they're quite effective. Okay, that's the first one. Here is the second one, which I call my desert piece. And here is close-up. As you can see, there are traces of the phthalo blue and the marks made by the Q-tip. And again, that's a piece of the cut up cheat sheet with the bright cadmium red light or vermilion. Here's the third one. With the application of the tissue paper with the warm-up exercise circles. And again, here's a circle made by the Q-tip. And I think the successive layers of ghost prints give it a very atmospheric feeling. Here's the next one. This is more of a minimal. And it has the metallic bronze as a background. And here's a close-up of the ghost print. Now here is one of my favorites. It has a very complex background. Here is a detail of the background. And again, that's the leftover phthalo blue from the ghost print and some burnt sienna and a piece of the cut up cheat sheet that becomes part of the collage. And finally, here is print number 6. Here's a detail. Now this has the most detail of all of them. And I'm very happy with this result. This is the one where I use the matte medium to pick up these white residue to create this texture. Okay. Usually the last ghost print is the most interesting because it carries all the leftovers and creates a very complex combination of texture and color. So I hope you like this video. It's quite long. Thank you again for subscribing, for your generous support, and for those who can, please donate to my PayPal account to help keep this channel going. And I hope to see you next time.